A very good morning to you. Now, it was my understanding, and having looked at stories over the past week or so, that Varun Gupta actually wanted to leave the country yesterday. So where are we with this now?
Yes, so he had hoped to depart for New Delhi for that temple and was leading a group of people, in fact, about 200 other pilgrims also attending this ceremony in a New Delhi temple. He's had to push out his exit date, and we understand as soon as there is judgment, if the magistrate here rules in his favor, if it turns towards his wishes, he will try and leave as soon as possible. So either today or tomorrow, with the commitment from his side to the courts that he will return to South Africa from New Delhi around the 26th or 27th of this month.
All right, so what exactly is he asking for? I mean, what are the conditions at the moment, and sort of what is the NPA saying as to why this shouldn't happen?
Yes, so he's asking for a concession to be allowed to have brought an application to travel internationally in less than that 6-week period, which was a blanket condition, you could say, for the 8 accused who appeared in court over the eNCA dairy project. And he's asked if his later application, which came about 2 weeks before his desired departure date of this Thursday, be entertained by the courts. The NPA is only opposing this on the grounds of the lateness, the slackness of his application, and has agreed to the magistrate that all the other details of his application add up. So his statements about the actual location of the temple, the details of the pilgrimage, references to the fact that he and his family have attended before. The NPA has said that there's no urgency as far as they can see for him to attend right now this year, and that it's something he can do within his lifetime as a sort of recognition of his faith. But he wants to go now. He's leading a group, and his wife and children are also going. That interestingly came up in court, a little worrying that the NPA had information from Home Affairs indicating he was not married and did not have children, when in fact he is married and does have children. So some niggles there, some wrinkles in the NPA's work, which may be a concern, especially since his counsel are arguing that the NPA has broadly a weak case against him in the eNCA matter.
Well, undoubtedly, Erin, I mean, we would imagine that anybody from the family at the moment would be considered a flight risk if we consider how his uncles are being seen to sort of evade the law.
Yes, so the NPA in its sort of submissions to the court has noted it's spoken to Interpol. It's also checked in with authorities in India. They've discussed extradition agreements with that country, although there may be one thing in theory and another thing in practice, as we've seen with other members of the Gupta family. But all of those matters add up and sort of, you know, even out in terms of this particular application for him to travel. And his counsel, his lawyer, not surprisingly, seems confident that he will in fact return to South Africa, and has argued that he's willing to come back simply because the NPA has a weak case against him. The other thing that emerged is that the NPA had misunderstood his roles at Oak Bay. They'd said incorrectly that he was a director only of Oak Bay Investments, when in fact he was formerly CEO of Oak Bay Resources and Energy, and then a non-executive director after he stepped down as CEO due to what many believe is political pressure.
All right, can you just give us some detail as to what the accusations against him are, the charges, when it comes to the eNCA story and that saga?
Yes, so he's one of those 8 accused who appeared in court. There are individuals and companies associated with the Gupta family. This is part of the broader National Prosecuting Authority and NDPP Sean Abrams case against them over government money that was paid to an eNCA dairy account, or eNCA, the name of the company account, which was held by the Bank of Baroda. And the allegation is that these are the proceeds of crime. So he's been charged with, for example, fraud, attempt to commit fraud, theft and corruption. Hasn't been sentenced as yet. That case has been put on hold until August while the NPA conducts further investigations. But in this matter, his counsel has pushed to try and get hold of the docket. And the NPA spokesperson in the Free State has said that was a fishing exercise, that while they argued they needed the document over this application to travel internationally, it was really just a Trojan horse, an effort to try and get that docket because it will reveal information in that broader eNCA case, which will be in court in August this year.
Okay, so is he expected to appear in court this morning? Would he be there?
No. We're not expecting him in court. He was in court on Tuesday, very relaxed, sort of scrolling through his cell phone, smiling, sitting casually here in the regional court in Bloemfontein. He's not expected today, and the magistrate, Gryvenstein, will be handing down judgment probably very promptly and efficiently. It won't be a long day in court at all.
All right, well, we'll wait to hear from you when it does happen. eNCA's Erin Bates in Bloemfontein there for us this morning. Well, let's